Right, guys. Morning. It's a wonderful morning today. So let us do this isometric drawing. My dear, you said you don't even know where to start. So remember, your starting point is to analyze the two given views, isn't it? You must analyze the two given views. That are they given in third angle orthographic projection or first angle orthographic projection. And after that, you come, you check the scale. That is it a reduction scale or enlargement scale. So if it's 1:1 is just a nominal scale. You don't divide, you don't multiply any dimension there. So remember, you said to me you don't even know where to start, right? So let me show you. Your very first starting point is to draw this a horizontal faint line that's gonna behave like this. Faint line, from there a perpendicular line against it, just very small. This is your starting point. You said to me you don't even know where to start, isn't it? This is your starting point. So after you've analyzed the views, come back here. This is your, according to this projection symbol, your ball is on your left hand side, which means this is the first angle orthographic projection symbol, which means you're supposed to have your left somewhere there, isn't it? Because it's left, front, top. Your Cartesian plane was gonna behave like this, isn't it? So first quadrant left, second quadrant front, third quadrant top, fourth quadrant projection line, that is at an angle of 45 degrees. Are we together? We see a 65, which is the height. We see a diameter 125. We see a hexagon inside there, hexagon of 40 millimeter. We see a dimension 10 from the center of the hexagon to the center of our cycle. That's the dimension that we see. Again, there is a P there in our top view. There is still the same P there in our front view. So if you read the question, it's just that I do not have the question, the hard copies of this question. So it makes it difficult for me to answer some of your questions. I've got several questions, guys, that you guys are asking me. The problem or the challenge that I'm having is that I do not have the hard copies. But I will try to look or to get them so that I'll get back to you. So even here you could see that I firstly drew them the way they were in the question paper, but I didn't jot down the question. You understand? But with this we can be able to interpret the question. The question was like, point P must be the lowest point, which means from here, so the P, it would be there. So the P must be the lowest point, which means it would be there, the P. So the dimension we went through, we are not given the left view, but remember the left view as well as the top view, they will always share the same breadth or width, as much as I used to say, and the left view and the front view, they will always share the same height. Let's go. So remember the scale is 1:1, so we'd see a dimension of diameter 125. So 125 divided by 2 so that you get the radius, isn't it? So it's radius 62.5. So you take your drawing rule or your 30 millimeter ruler, open it to the radius, which is 62.5. 50, 61, 62.5 is between 62 and 63. So what do you do with that? Mark here and mark there, so that from here till here is 160. It's 125. Again, you come here, mark here. Why are we doing that? So that you get the centers, isn't it? Also mark there. After we've gotten that, get a very faint line that's gonna behave like this. That's gonna behave like this. After you've gotten that, so remember I'm drawing here. So like for instance, according to my camera, this looks like it's not vertical. It looks like it's not vertical, but remember your T-square must be always attach your drawing table or your drawing board, and then your ruler must flash the what must flash over your T-square all together. Then from there, come to the height. From here till here, the height they said we are getting the height from the what, from the height from the front view. So from here till here is 65. So which means from here till here I am going to tolerate that 65. This is diameter 125. So which means from there till there is 165. Then from there till there 165. So 125, not 65. So the 65 is a height, isn't it? So now from P going up, measure 65, which is the height. Then do it. 65 is there. You don't draw dark yet. There is no any line that is dark yet so far. It's just point from where your 65 end. Get a faint line that's gonna behave like this. Faint. Remember, how do you draw a faint line? You hold your pencil at the end like this, then you pull your pencil. Even if you are using an HB pencil lead, you are going to obtain a faint line. Then pull. So which means I can erase this one a little bit. So now take your centers as well, faint as well. Even if you can draw them dark, they won't penalize you. Remember, it's supposed to be drawn as a center line. Then from there, like this we go. This is very simple. So you mustn't take about you must take about 20 minutes, less than 20, drawing this. Actually drawing this isometric, about 18 minutes the maximum in the final examination, because it is very straight and it's very straight, simple. There you go. Then from there start. So this is going to be a bindle method. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 corners. Remember, I used to teach you this method, so I'll be just straight to the point. If you are lacking, not understanding anything on this method, just scroll down one of my videos where I'm teaching this bindle method. So we've got 4 corners. These corners, there are 2 corners that are parallel to each other. There are 2 corners that are diagonal to each other. There are 2 short corners that are diagonal to each other. Again, there are 2 corners that are diagonal to each other, a bit parallel. A bit far away from each other. This one is parallel to this one. This is diagonal. This one is diagonal. So the method is going to be like, join the 2 longest diagonal, longest opposite corner. So this corner is opposite to this one. This one is opposite to this one, isn't it? So now, but this one, as much as they're opposite to each other, they are not far away from each other as compared to this. This is opposite to this one. This one is a bit far compared to these 2. So the law is, it will be like join the 2 opposite corners that are far away from each other. Take your ruler, your 30mm ruler. You draw faint. Remember, draw like this, faint. Then from that, now after you've joined the two longest opposite corner, you join a corner to center, center to corner. So this is the center of these two corner, this is the center of these two corner, this is the center of these two corner, this is the center of these two corner. So the method, it would be like you join the two what longest opposite corner. So there we go, corner, corner to center, corner to center, then center to corner. This is the point, corner, corner to a center point, center to a corner. So the time we were joining the corner to center, center to corner, the longest line of right opposite corners, it was cutted. This line, it was cutted. So where it was cutted, that's where you are putting your drawing compass. So that's where you are placing your drawing compass. Further extended to what? To a center point. So now you strike an arc from a center to a center. You must even draw it dark now. So this is the very first line that we are drawing it dark or solid. So all these lines that we drew beside the centers, they were faint. But if you drew your centers dark, it's still one and the same thing, you won't be penalized. Again, you come this side, you place your compass there. You draw from center to center. Dark, solid. A1. So from there, now to close it up there, you come, you place your compass here to this corner. Further extend it to your center. Like this. A1. Now to close it down here, come and place it at this corner. There you go. Then solid. Then from there, so it has got the thickness of 65. So this thickness is the one that we even started with. Now draw a line that will just touch this arc of ours. In mathematics, they call it a tangent. It won't cross over, it will just touch. It will just touch. Then from there, because actually what we did here, we must be doing it up, down here. But now, remember, where were you placing your compass the time you drew this arc? Where were you placing your compass the time you drew this arc? You were placing your compass there. So now, take that point vertically down as well, faint. Where were you placing your compass the time you drew this arc? You are placing it where? Here. Take it faint. Then from there, what do? Come back again. Come back to the what? To the thickness. This is the thickness. Record it. This is 65, isn't it? Now this, without shifting your compass, come and place it here and mark there, which means when you are drawing this arc that you want it to be parallel, that's where you'll be placing your compass. How? Come back to this point, record this dimension. That okay, I was placing my compass here the time I was drawing this arc, right? And then I drew this arc from here. Be careful. From this point, which means now it's going down, isn't it? Till it touch this tangent or this vertical line. Now go down, place it where your 65 end. Yeah. Then now you see it just corresponding. It's coming for itself. Then from there, draw dark from here till there. Then you can stop there. So now, which means you can come to have a solid line here without fear or favor. Now you know what is stuck from here till there. Then from there, what you did here, you must do it this side again. So your 65 here. Then from there, I was placing my compass here, and then I drew this like this. Then from there, come, place it here, further extend it till here. You have to be careful. Yes. Then from there, then now without fear or favor, you will know what from here till there is now solid. Right? Now to close it down here, you must get an arc that will start from here till here, and then this arc is parallel to this one, isn't it? Where were you placing your compass the time you drew this arc? You place it your compass here till there. Here, isn't it? At this point, from this center to this one, we draw it like this. So now, which means this is the point that must go down. Take it vertically faint. Then from there you go. And what do you know is that this arc must start from here till there. So you can do like this. Dark. Just like this. But remember, this is not allowed. You must use a proper and big drawing compass. This one of mine is a bit small, so it might disadvantage me somehow. So then from there, it looks like we are done. But then remember that we were told that there is a hole in there. There is a hole in there, and then the hole they said there is a dimension of 10 millimeter from here coming towards P, not from here away from. Let me explain that one. Let's go back to our given view. So take a closer look. So this dimension is from the center of our cycle towards the P, not away, isn't it? So same applies to this one. So this 10 millimeter, you must measure it from here coming this side, not from here going up, isn't it? So 10 millimeter from here till there. Let's do it. Then 10 millimeter. There is my 10 millimeter. Then after I've gotten that 10, get a center line of your hexagon as you're about to draw your hexagon there. Then from there, how do you draw a hexagon? How do you draw a hexagon? Hexagon isometrically, we must draw a skeleton of the hexagon there. Can draw it here. Let me position my camera very well. So how do you draw hexagon 40? So hexagon 40, remember the 40 is a what? It's a dimension. So we will tolerate that 40 as a what? As a radius. As a radius, which means open your compass to 40 millimeter. Then now draw a cycle 40. Cycle 40. After you drew your cycle 40, where were you placing your compass the time you drew this cycle? Get a horizontal center line. Then a vertical center line. Remember the properties of a what? Of a hexagon. All the sides, they must be equal. And this is the flat hexagon. It's not the across the flat hexagon. Then from there, since it's not across the flat hexagon, we will be using the horizontal center line. Place your compass here, further extend it to your center. To your center, strike an arc here, strike an arc here. Then come back to this one. Strike an arc here, strike an arc there. Then from there, what do? These 2 points, they must be in the same line. Again, this one, same line. Then from there, you can take your 30mm ruler. There you go. Parallel to this one. There you go. Simple. There you go. Like this we go. So what do we know? The properties of the hexagon, it has got 6 corners and all the sides, they must be equal. So let's see, are we getting 40? Then from here till there is 40mm. 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 40mm, which means our hexagon is correct. 40 and 40. So what do you do with that? So now we can now record dimension from the center till here, the height from the center going up. So this center, now it would be good as if it's this one. So from here till there, then I come, I mark here, and I mark there in my drawing now. So what do you do after you've gotten that? Where you've marked, draw a faint line that's gonna behave like this, and another one like this. Remember, you'll be submitting your work with all these faint lines. Remember, I normally used to say in drawing we answer using lines. In mathematics we answer using numbers, isn't it? In other subjects we answer using what? Alphabet. But in drawing we answer using lines. We answer using points. Those points, they are constructed from where? From lines. So there must be all those lines there. Then after we've gotten that, come back to here, place your compass till there. Then from there, place it here, mark here, and mark here. Then after that, come place your compass here. This is from here till here is it's a half of 40, which means supposed to be 20. So come mark here and mark here, which means now I can draw this one dark from here till there, right? Then the moment I'm drawing this faint line like this, it's good as if I'm drawing this line like this. You understand? If I'm drawing this line like this, it's good as if I'm drawing this one right there. You see? So the distance from here till here is the same as this one. That is why even there I just measured once, then I constructed lines. Then from there I have this one dark from here till there. Then from there, remember from this point to this one is from here till there. From here till there is this one, from there till there. Are we together? There you go. There you go. This is 3D. Is now in 3D. that is why it will look like it's not equal, but it is equal. We've just proven that they, right? If you are checking on your front view, we've got hidden details there, hidden details. So which means this hexagon, it's a hole throughout, because this is that one, this is that one, this is that one, this is that one. So this hexagon, it's a hole throughout. So which means, yeah, we must have what? Must have this, which means a dark line from here till here, and another one from here till there. So these ones, they won't be revealed. These ones, they won't be revealed. If we were to shade the inner part of it, it would be shaded here. Yeah. Then from there we are done. That is why I said to you, it must take you less than 20 minutes in the final examination. You must take about 17, if not 18, but less than 20 minutes drawing this. So that was it. I think I've answered you. So this, since our top view is a cycle, even if it can be in third angle orthographic projection, it would be still like this. Even if it's in first angle orthographic projection, it will be still like this. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Please subscribe and share, download for your later use. Recommend, guys, the channel to your fellow student, or from your kids, or from your actually anyone. This is, let me down there on the comments if you've understood. Thank you very much for watching. So this is it. If you check the P there, this, you see this space from here till here is from there till there. So let me answer the next question. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day. Thank you. Oh, again, sorry guys, before I close the video, if you are watching the video, those advert, sometimes it used to be some advert there. Guys, don't just skip those advert. They normally be two, you understand? Just if one comes, just leave it, because even us, that's where we are trying to get some smaller nyana money, so that we buy datas for you guys. So just leave those advert, just go and take a cup of water and continue. All right, thank you very much.